Take two. Very good morning. Don't forget, drop me a like in down below before we kick off. I'd appreciate that very much. Helps me greatly. Or a thumbs up, smiley face in the comments. Let me know you're doing okay. So we're doing this video again because I've got a real problem with the microphone on my phone. So I tried to do it without any headphones in, and that doesn't seem to be working. So hopefully you can hear me now. So it's not that silly crackling noise. And weirdly, this is interesting. It's only a problem on Facebook Live. It's not a problem anywhere else. If I record on my phone, usually without it being on live, it's not a problem. Really weird. Right, so yesterday I had an email confirmation that Manchester Marathon, which I was due to do in October, was cancelled. It had been switched from April to October in light of the thing that's going on this year. And then yesterday it was cancelled outright completely. So don't worry before you run off. I'm not going to talk about running or marathons on this because what I do is what I do and I don't recommend it to anybody else. But it was interesting because I'm part of a Facebook group, which is a Manchester Marathon training support group. And there's been a lot of moaning in there about the delays on telling us whether it's on or not and so on and so forth. And then yesterday, everyone was moaning that they hadn't had the email yet. So they were moaning about that as well. And then I also joined, which goes against most things that I do, a PT group on Facebook, which I tried to stay away from because there's a lot of negativity in there, a lot of arguing and a lot of that. So it's not really what I want to do. But I went in there because obviously what I wanted to do was encourage a lot of my peers to contact the government to change the guidelines on group sizes outdoors, because it seems like a lot of businesses can operate outdoors with a certain number of people, but fitness groups can't. So I said, well, this isn't right because we're socially distanced, we've done risk assessments and so on and so forth. So, we're part of that group. And automatically, within a matter of minutes, the negativity and anger just flared up for no reason whatsoever. And, I mean, it's quite ironic I'm doing this video on social media. Now social media is part of life. We can't ignore it. We can stay off it if we want, but we certainly can't ignore it. It's part of life. And if you're in any sort of capacity like what I do, then it's a useful tool. I do know people actually who run businesses and never use it at all. So actually, you can do that, but it is part of life. And yes, okay, we can stay off it, but to ignore it is a bit silly in my opinion. The problem is what I see and what I saw yesterday in a little micro experiment was the amount of anger that people emit on social media. Imagine if that was used to do more constructive things for them. Now, I know why people do it. I know why I do it, because I fell for it last year, particularly the end of last year, on Twitter in particular. Used a lot of time and energy sort of on there, getting angry about stuff that really wasn't relevant. And that's the question you need to ask yourself. If you're doing it to make yourself feel better, that's absolutely fine. But imagine if you just stopped for a second and used that anger and frustration in direction and channeled that energy into your own goals and your own ambitions and what you could do. I mean, one of the biggest obstacles I get when I talk about particularly my group fitness training program is time. So imagine if you use that time that you waste on social media getting angry to do a little workout routine. You'd probably find that you'd exercise, multiple times per week. But because we don't assess it that way, it's not how it goes. So this isn't one of these sanctimonious don't use social media, because I'm doing this video on social media. I use it a lot. I'm an idiot on here. But actually recently I've realised, like for example yesterday, the thing with the masks. Now I'm not going to comment on that. It's irrelevant. My opinion on that's irrelevant. But it is what it is. Getting mad about it isn't going to change it. Getting some hashtag no masks trending on Twitter is fine, but it's not going to change it. And all you're going to end up doing is winding yourself up to the point where you actually don't achieve anything, and actually you zap any energy you did have to do anything else. And I've noticed this when I get angry, it zaps your energy. I don't sleep. I've been getting stressed recently about the changes to group to like the fitness industry and us getting left behind, and all that's happening is I'm not sleeping very well, and that's my problem. So just be mindful, number one, of time, the time you spend getting angry online, and number two, the energy it takes, because those are the two things really that you can't, are quite fine, to finite, and your time on this planet is finite, and energy, you've only got so much, and you've got to realise, where you want to direct it to. So just be very conscious of that, because I've had to do it. because I can get angry and ranty, as my girls in my fitness program will say. So, on that note, if you do want any help from me, I've recently launched a brand new accountability program for people that want to lose 2 stone plus. Really, it's a women only program. So if you're looking to lose 2 stone plus, or even more than that, it's fine. We're going to be working on your habits. We'll work together on your habits and your mindset, and get you in a place where you can really tackle this thing head on. It's not a fitness program. I want to be clear on that. If you're looking for because a fitness program, if you've got serious weight to lose, is not the answer. The answer from somebody that's lost 5 stone, exercise and activity is part of it, but it's not the main thing. So we're going to be working on the other stuff that's doable, easy, simple, executionable tasks, get you a quick result, and then show you how to keep the weight off. If you want details on that, comment below with me or drop me a message on me. If you are interested in the fitness element as well, then we still have some spaces left on our bootcamp, our women only bootcamp. Let me know about that as well. Comment below with 28 days or message me for 28 days. Hopefully have some good news on that coming today or then in the next 48 hours, I hope, in terms of group size numbers. But yeah, either way, as always, I'd appreciate dropping a like in down below. Thumbs up, smiley face, pizza slice in the comments, emoji. Let me know how you're doing. And hopefully you've heard me loud and clear there. Happy Wednesday again.